Think scaling AI is hard? Think again. With Watson X, you can deploy AI across any environment. Above the clouds, helping pilots navigate flights, and on lots of clouds, helping employees automate tasks. On-prem, so designers can access proprietary data, and on the edge, so remote bank tellers can assist customers. Watson X works anywhere, so you can scale AI everywhere. Learn more at ibm.com/WatsonX. IBM. Let's create.
Ready to ring in the new semester? Pink's got A+ styles for heading back to campus. Made for early morning classes, midday coffee runs, and late night study sessions. Their latest looks are everything you need to pass with flying colors. We're talking tanks that go with literally every fit, parachute pants with a throwback 90s vibe, plus cute sweaters, activewear, and so much more. Shop now at pink.com or get 15% off in Pink stores with a valid student ID. Exclusions apply.
Want to make a podcast? Spotify's got a platform that lets you make one super easily, distribute it everywhere, and even earn money, all in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit your podcasts right from your phone or your computer. So no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else podcasts are heard. Video podcasts are also available on Spotify, and when you want to take conversations with your fans to the next level, Q&As and polls are the best way to get them talking. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. Ever since I discovered Spotify for Podcasters, I feel so supported in the creation and distribution of my show. Spotify for Podcasters hosts masterclasses, office hours, and more to help creators develop and fine-tune their skills. I highly recommend you give it a try. Download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to spotify.com/podcasters to get started. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to 8020. I am so happy that you guys can finally hear that intro music again. It has been way too long. These past 4 weeks have been so hectic for me, to say the least, and you guys know that I'm never, ever gonna post something that's half-assed, and anything that I would have posted within the past few weeks definitely would have been half-assed. So for me, it's like either all or nothing, and yeah, that's kind of why I've been a little bit MIA for the past few weeks. But now we're back, and we're back for good. I'm not just saying that. We're back to have new episodes every Tuesday from here on out. A few things to catch you guys up on within my life. I feel like I've done like a horrible job vlogging too the past few weeks. I have been away for a really long time, like from my house. I've kind of been like couch surfing. That's like how I like to put it. And I feel like I've just not been like the best version of myself. And that's just because I like haven't had the resources to do that. I'm such a big environment person, home environment. I mean, like I love like the real environment and like nature and stuff, but like when it comes to my home environment, like my living space, like that truly impacts how I'm doing and what I'm doing. And the fact that I was kind of floating around for a while and didn't have like my own space, my own bathroom, my own bed, like that really affected me. I think anytime I am away for a while, I just get into this rut, and it's very strange, just like a strange feeling. And I've been feeling so off for the past like 3 weeks. And I got home a couple days ago, and I was just really in like this self-pity mode. I mean, truly, I was like, I should just really take a break from YouTube. Like, none of my videos are doing well. Like, I don't really know what it is. Like, I feel like no one really cares about what I'm posting or my life or anything like that. Just really like negative stuff, and like negative stuff about school, negative stuff about like my future career. Like, I was just really just being mean to myself, honestly. And just like showering myself in pity and like woe is me and all this stuff. But today I woke up and I was like, no, you're a bad bitch. You just need to stop with all this bullshit and get back to being you and do the darn stuff. If you are feeling bad about yourself today, or you've just been in like a rut and just feeling like crap, this is your reminder to drink some water, put some makeup on and remember who the heck you are. And kind of on a similar note, I think that this year has been the year of realizing stuff. I've really done a lot of, I don't know if I would call it like soul searching, or just kind of like, I know the direction that I need to take, and I'm so close to just being where I'm supposed to be. Like, I'm not quite there yet, but I'm so close to where I need to be. And like, I feel like I am skipping, or I feel like I'm trying really hard to like skip this like in-between phase, but this in-between phase is like creating the building blocks for where I'm supposed to be. If you are feeling like you're not where you're supposed to be, remember that this is exactly where you're supposed to be, and it's just helping build you up to where you are supposed to be. And also, if you guys aren't following me on Instagram or YouTube, you definitely need to, because I'm kind of attempting to do Vlogmas this year. So this year I'm kind of taking more of a content miss route rather than a Vlogmas route, and that's just because I don't think posting videos every single day is something that would be good for me and my mental health right now. But what I do think is doable is posting some piece of content every day, minus like Saturday or Sunday. I feel like content just typically doesn't do well on Saturdays because people are doing other stuff than like being on their phones. I don't know if that's just me, but like that's how I feel. So expect some sort of content, like at least Monday through Friday and then Sunday. And I've really been enjoying that recently. I've been doing more microblogging on Instagram. I've been trying to upload more. I uploaded 3 videos last week, which is a huge improvement for me, because I've been so inconsistent with my videos. I would say ever since like April, like ever since Corona hit, I feel like the social media world has changed ever since Corona hit, and I just have not been, I don't want to use the word like inspired, but I just have been feeling like social media is not the direction that my life is going to take. Like, I'm never going to be one of those influencers that's going to like move out to LA and be like a full-time influencer and just do it all. Like, I could never do that. I feel like there is something more for me out there, and like I can utilize social media. I mean, I can use my platforms to do what I want to do, but I would much rather not have a screen dividing you and me. I don't know, I feel like social media kind of removes the human aspect. I don't know how to explain it. I hope that someone out there understands what I'm saying. I feel like all my podcasts are like me saying something and then I'm like, I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people see me as like not a real person, and I would never want that. Like, that's literally the last thing I want. And so it's been really just tricky for me to try to figure out how to make myself seem more like a person, and for you guys to just, like, I don't want you guys to like idolize me, or like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of YouTubers are like out of reach, if that makes sense. Like, they just don't connect with their audience, and like they don't respond to their DMs, like they don't respond to their comments, they don't care what their audience has to say, and like that's not like a relationship, you know? Like, I want us to be friends. Like, I always respond to my DMs because without you guys I wouldn't be where I am today. I don't know, I think that the whole social media world has really, really transformed and kind of, I would say, gone downhill ever since like April. So it's just been really hard to be consistent when like I don't want to just be like another college YouTuber. Like, I want to be something more. And like I said earlier, I can almost taste that something more. Like, it is just coming so soon. And to give you guys like a little bit of, I guess, like a sneak peek, I guess we could say, I'm so close to launching my website, and it's going to be lilyreiko.com, which I used to do like blogs and stuff. Like, I would write little blog posts about like my favorite items at the moment or something like that. And I would write little blog posts, and I don't think that anybody really ever read them, but that's how I started out, you know, doing the whole social media thing, was a blog. Then I moved on to YouTube, and then, you know, here I am. The rest is kind of history, but I really want to, I'm like revamping my website, so it's like closed right now. I don't think that you can see it, but just expect very, very soon that you will be able to log on to my website. There's going to be some free resources on there for you guys. And there's going to be I really want to do health coaching. Like, I don't know if I told you guys this in this episode, but I actually just got my mid certification for health coaching. So now I can take on clients. And currently, right now, December 2020, I'm not taking on any clients because I can't put anything else on my plate. But I think, come like February or March, I really do want to start taking on clients and truly helping people, one-on-one or maybe like group coaching or something like that, like truly helping people reach their wellness goals, which is what I want to do with my life. Like, I just want to help people become the best versions of themselves. My website is a good stepping stone for that. So I'm going to start off with a bunch of free resources for you guys. My website's going to be live in December, and then eventually we'll move into a way for you guys to, potentially be coached by me, or maybe I'll do like an ebook or like challenges. I'm actually in the process of writing a cookbook with my mom and my sister. And yeah, there's just a lot of cool stuff in the works. And I can't wait. Like, I just go to bed every night dreaming about like 5 years from now, how I'm going to look back at this point in time and I'm going to be like, wow, like you had no idea what's coming. Like, I just know it's going to be good. So stay tuned for all that stuff. It's going to be good. Kind of on the topic of helping you become the best version of yourself, the title of today's episode is Staying Healthy During the Holidays. So I wanted to go ahead and get into my tips and tricks of how to try to stay on track during the holidays. Actually, I take that back. I don't really like the term like staying on track because I feel like, I don't know. I kind of have like a love-hate relationship with the term on track. I feel like there doesn't always have to be like a track for, your health and wellness journeys. You don't necessarily have to be on a specific track, as long as you're just always improving and always making the decisions that are going to make you feel your best. I just want you guys to feel like your best selves during the holidays. I don't want you to feel like you have to put a lot of pressure on yourself during the holidays to, do certain things or look a certain way, or I don't know, just I feel like the holiday season can be really, really hard for a lot of people. So I wanted to kind of just shed light on some things that you can do to feel your best and stay your best during the holiday season. So tip number 1, we're going to start off with a little bit of a basic one, but please, please, please do not put a ton of pressure on yourself. You are probably already stressed enough as it is. I mean, right now it's finals for pretty much everyone that I know, like this week, next week, dare I say even the 3rd week of December. Some schools are still doing their finals. So please, you already have so much stress on your plate between like finals, and maybe you are in the process of packing up your dorm or your apartment or something to go home for a month. And you're also juggling, figuring out all of your gift ideas and your plans for the holidays and decorating, and then maybe you're stressed out because of family stuff, and then on top of that we also have like a pandemic. So I mean, there's just like a million things going on right now for pretty much everybody. So the last thing that you need to worry about is pressure over whether you should eat the gingerbread cookie or not. My best piece of advice to you is to make choices that will make you feel good. And for me and my body, this is just for me and my body, I know that if I eat certain foods, drink certain things, forget to work out or whatever, I feel really crappy. A really good example of this is that yesterday we celebrated my sister's engagement and my mom got a beautiful cake to celebrate, and I've completely cut gluten out of my diet. It really makes my skin flare up. It makes me really, really sick. So I just don't really eat gluten. And so I knew that if I were to eat that cake, I mean, as good as it looked, I would have felt so sick. So I didn't eat it. I still celebrated with everybody. I just skipped out on the cake. And I didn't gain anything by missing out on the cake, and I didn't lose anything by missing out on the cake. Like, I'm totally indifferent to it. I literally don't care. But, if I wasn't bothered by gluten, I probably would have had a piece of the cake, and once again, wouldn't have gained anything, wouldn't have lost anything from eating the cake. And so it really is just up to you to make the choices that are going to make your body feel good. And so, like, if you're craving a cookie, go eat the darn cookie. The thing is with cravings that if you satisfy them when they come on, instead of ignoring them, you can enjoy the food that you're craving in moderation and then move on with your day. If you sit there thinking about the Christmas cookies nonstop for like a week, I forget the exact statistic, but there's research that shows that if you let your body crave something for days and days and days on end, you are more likely to go overboard when you actually get a hold of that food. So just be really intuitive with your holiday treats, and if you feel like eating the cookie, eat the frickin' cookie, eat the cake. It doesn't really matter. I mean, you're not going to hurt your progress with 1 or 2 cookies, with 1 or 2 drinks to celebrate the holiday season with your family. Like, it is not going to impact your progress by doing that every now and again. This is truly one of the most important things I would say. I mean, this whole podcast is about balancing your life, your food, your health and wellness, and especially during the holiday season, that's when that balance comes in. Another thing too is just try your best to enjoy the holiday season. There's no need to get wrapped up in being strict with, whatever plan you're following. And as long as you're doing your best and enjoying the season with the people you love, that's all that matters. It's all about balance and not perfection. Another fun little thing that you can do this holiday season to really get in tune with the foods that you're eating is to cook more. If you're home from college right now, it's the perfect time to start cooking more meals at home, bake Christmas cookies with your family. I personally love cooking from home because I know exactly what goes into the food and I know that I'm gonna feel good after. Whereas sometimes, like, if I go out to Chipotle, I feel kind of sick after because like maybe they put like too many beans in there and it messes with my stomach or something. But like, I've been noticing more and more recently that like when I do go out to eat, I feel kind of crappy. So I'm not saying like don't eat out like to dinner and stuff, because I'm not I know you're gonna go out to dinner, you're gonna get takeout, you obviously can't cook every single meal, but I am suggesting that you use this opportunity of being home more to spend more time in the kitchen, get comfortable with like different styles of cooking and maybe try new recipes, cook with your family. Honestly, I have really started to love cooking, and I think that my love for cooking really did start like over quarantine, like when everybody was locked down at the beginning of March. Like that's when it really started for me, because I was able to cook with my mom and my sisters, and we just had such a fun time. It's so fun like creating things and then enjoying them with the people you love. Like I really think that cooking is an act of love, and then getting to share it with people that you love is like even better. And it can be like a social thing too. Like you don't have to make it hard. Something that I also find really fun is grocery shopping. When you can walk through the grocery store and pick out all the ingredients that are going to go into your dish. That is so much fun. And there's no better time than Christmas time, because there's like a million things that you can make, and like your whole family's home to eat it, and you guys can just enjoy it together, and it's just so fun. So I just highly suggest that you guys cook more this holiday season, and then also what's going into your food, and it's going to taste good, and it's going to make you feel good. So my next tip is really simple and really basic, and you guys are going to be like, okay, Lily, we totally get it, but you need to drink more water. And you probably are going to start replacing your daily water intake with peppermint mochas and hot cocos and probably some adult beverages, because I know I have. But don't forget that the average person needs about 2 to 3 liters of water every single day. And especially right now, if you are pretty much anywhere but like Florida, it's probably really cold, and your cuticles are probably starting to chap, and your skin's probably really dry, and you're probably applying lip balm like crazy. And drinking more water is never gonna hurt you. So go ahead and drink some water. Honestly, take a sip right now. I will. You ready? Cheers. Next tip. There's gonna be lots and lots of people trying to sell you on the idea that you're gonna need a reset after the holiday season's over, and that on January 1st, you will have the opportunity to finally get it right. And honestly, nothing pisses me off more than New Year's resolutions, because there's no time like the present And if you keep twiddling your thumbs and waiting around for January 1st to finally get it right, you are going to be really, really, really disappointed on like January 3rd when you realize that, all of these things could have, begun sooner, and you don't have to wait until January 1st to start something new. I'm definitely the type of person that looks for, kind of like a starting point to start something new. Like I love the beginning of a new month and, just like a clean slate. It's kind of symbolic, like starting a new year, you're going to start new habits and all this stuff. But we've kind of been conditioned to think that January 1st has to be the starting point, and we can join all these challenges and do these resets and all this stuff. And there's nothing wrong with a challenge, nothing wrong with a reset. You don't have to wait for someone's New Year, New Me challenge to start because you decide when to start those healthy habits. And honestly, it's going to take a lot longer than just a few weeks at the beginning of the new year to really fall into your healthy habits. It actually takes about 6 months to really, truly transform, like old unhealthy habits into new healthy habits and, get into this, I guess you call like healthier lifestyle. And health is a journey, not a destination. I feel like I really try to hone in on this idea, but if you think that, the first few weeks of January are going to be this, big moment because you made a New Year's resolution to, eat healthier or something, that's great. I'm so excited for you. But what exactly are you going to do to eat healthier, to create healthier habits? Like, what does that look like for you? What are you doing now that doesn't work? And what are you going to shift into that will work for you? And if you have no idea what that looks like, then I would love to help you out. So maybe in like February or March when I start doing one-on-one coaching, I would literally love to help each and every one of you achieve those goals. So please, please, please send me a DM on Instagram and I will put you on my wait list. And yeah, I would love to chat with you guys. I just want to help you guys. That's literally just my dream in life, is to help people be the best versions of themselves. Okay. Next tip is to remember to put your mental health first, because seasonal depression is a real thing, or like seasonal mental illness is a real thing. And this time of year can be so fun, but so stressful for so many people. And it's dark and it's cold outside. And if you're feeling any type of way, please reach out to someone, talk to a friend, go see a therapist. And if you're really struggling, please do not hide behind the idea that Christmas time has to be perfect, because we are not living in a Hallmark movie. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be magical. And it can be really hard for some people sometimes. Make sure that you are taking care of you. For me, in my life, a lot of times that looks like fueling myself with lots of fruits and veggies, making sure that I am doing some sort of natural stress relief. So like meditation, journaling, yoga, workouts, whatever I can do to blow off steam, I really do try to do it. And I also try to spend a little bit of time outside. I know it's kind of chilly, but the fresh air is so good for the soul. So if you guys can get outside, I highly recommend it. And just make sure that you're practicing some sort of self-care every day. It doesn't have to be like a spa day or anything. It could be calling a friend or just cooking yourself a nice homemade meal. Alright guys, so that's pretty much all of the advice that I have for staying healthy during the holidays. I really hope that you guys got some sort of inspiration from this podcast episode. If you did, be sure to follow the podcast Instagram. I'm trying to post more on there. I'm really trying. Like I said, I really just need someone who's going to do it for me. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow the podcast Instagram. Also, I may or may not be in the process of trying to design some podcast merch. And I actually got some samples in the mail, but I literally hate all of them. So that might be a little bit down the road, but I'm staring at them from like across my office right now. And I'm just like so mad about how all the writing like came out crooked, and the company just did a horrible, horrible job. So yeah, stay tuned for something like that if they ever get it right. But thank you guys for listening to this episode. Also, let me know what else you guys want to hear me talk about. because I feel like I have such a long list of ideas, but of course I always want your feedback. So let me know what you guys want to hear about, and if you liked this episode, I'm definitely going to do some more health and wellness type episodes, because now that I have my mid certification, I'm a lot more comfortable giving that sort of advice. I love you guys so much. Thank you for always listening and supporting me. I love you all so, so much. Happy holidays, and I will talk to you guys next Tuesday. Bye.